If you clicked on this video, you're probably tired. You're tired of waking up and having their name be the first thing on your mind. You're tired of analyzing old texts. You're tired of feeling like you're stuck in quicksand while they seem to be moving on just fine. We often talk about letting go, like it's a single moment where you drop a heavy bag and walk away free. But if you've ever been heartbroken, you know that's a lie. Letting go isn't a switch you flip. It is a series of small, sometimes painful choices to reclaim your own energy day after day. Today, we are going to walk through a 5-step framework based on psychology to help you transition that person from being the center of your universe to just being a part of your history. It's time to get your life back. Welcome back to the channel. If you find this video helpful today, please hit that subscribe button. We're building a community here focused on navigating the messy parts of being human. Let's dive into the 5 steps to finally releasing your ex. Step number 1 is the hardest, but it's non-negotiable. You have to curate your environment. This is the no contact rule, but I want to explain why it works because it's not about being petty. When you are in love, your brain's reward center becomes heavily reliant on that other person for dopamine and oxytocin. When they leave, your brain goes into genuine withdrawal. Every time you check their Instagram story, every time you text them just to check in, you are giving your brain a tiny hit of that dopamine response. And what happens after a hit? A crash. You reset your healing clock back to 0. You cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. You need distance. This means digital boundaries. Unfollow, mute, or block. If blocking feels too aggressive, delete the apps off your phone for a week. You need to stop the incoming data stream about their life. It also means a physical cleanse. You don't have to burn everything, but put the photos, the hoodies, and the gifts in a box, and put that box in the back of a closet. Get them out of your daily line of sight. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Not knowing what they are doing right now is the greatest gift you can give to your future self. Step 2 addresses the biggest mental trap of a breakup. Why do we only remember the good times when it's over? Psychologists call this fading affect bias. Our brains are wired to soften negative memories over time, so we aren't constantly traumatized. It's a survival mechanism, but during a breakup, it's your worst enemy. You're mourning a highlight reel, not the actual relationship. You're missing who you wanted them to be, not who they actually were. Here is your actionable tool. Create an antidote list, or what TikTok calls an ick list. Get your phone notes out right now. I want you to write down every time they made you feel small. Write down the core values that didn't align. Write down the arguments that went in circles. Write down the specific reasons the relationship was unsustainable. When it's 11 p.m. and you're lonely and tempted to reach out, read that list. You need to use reality to ground yourself when nostalgia tries to take over. This leads us to step 3, which is often the scariest part. Who are you without them? In a long relationship, your identities merge. You become a we. When the we dissolves, you feel like half a person. The mistake people make here is trying to fill that empty space with another person immediately, a rebound. Don't do that. Instead, you need to date yourself. This is the time for radical selfishness. What did you love doing before you met them? What did you stop doing because they didn't enjoy it? Go back to those lost hobbies, or better yet, find a new one. Return to beauty, movement, and self-development, such as going to Pilates class, long walks, light morning stretches, journaling, reading, or learning a creative skill. When you invest in your own competence and growth, you build self-esteem that is independent of anyone else's validation. You need to remember that you are a whole, interesting person on your own. Step 4 is about managing the emotional waves. You have to understand that grief is not linear. You might feel totally fine next Tuesday and then be an absolute wreck by Thursday afternoon because you heard a certain song in the grocery store. That is normal. The biggest mistake here is trying to tough it out or pretending you're unbothered. Feeling your feelings is the fastest way out of them. If you need to rot in bed for a Saturday and cry, do it. Just don't unpack and live there. And a crucial part of this step, stop waiting for them to give you closure. You are waiting for that final conversation where they apologize and explain everything so it all makes sense. That conversation is rarely coming, and even if it did, it wouldn't take the pain away. Closure isn't something they give you. Closure is an internal realization that you no longer need their participation to be happy. You give closure to yourself by deciding you deserve better than being stuck in the past. Finally, step 5. This is where true freedom happens. We need to shift the narrative. Right now, you view the relationship as a failure or a loss. I want you to reframe it as a completed chapter. Just because something ended doesn't mean it was a failure. It served its purpose for that time in your life. Ask yourself, what did this relationship teach me about my boundaries? What did it reveal about what I actually need in a partner versus what I thought I needed? When you can look at the relationship and extract the lessons rather than just sitting in the loss, you take your power back. You stop being a victim of the breakup and become a student of it. Now, before you click off, I need to have a moment of total honesty with you. I know that everything I just said, curating your feed, making lists, finding hobbies, it all sounds very logical and clean in a YouTube video. But I also know that tonight, when you turn off the lights and the silence hits, this is going to feel impossible. You're going to think it is so much easier said than done. And you are right. It is easier said than done. But that doesn't mean you don't have to do it. Think of this breakup like a deep infected wound. Right now, checking their social media or avoiding your feelings is like putting a Band-Aid over that dirty wound. It covers the mess, and for a few minutes you don't have to look at it. But underneath, the infection is spreading. Facing the pain, really sitting in the silence and crying it out is like pouring alcohol on that wound. It is going to sting. It is going to hurt more in the immediate moment than just ignoring it. But that sting is the feeling of cleaning. That sting is the only way it heals. You have to be brave enough to endure the sting now, or you will be dealing with the infection for years. You have to face it. You have to sit in the discomfort. You have to let the wave of loneliness hit you and realize that it won't kill you. The only way out is through. It is going to be uncomfortable. It is going to be messy. You might feel like you are losing your mind some days, but avoiding the pain is just borrowing happiness from your future with high interest. Pay the debt now. Face the silence now, because on the other side of that storm is the version of you that is healed, strong, and ready for something real. Letting go is terrifying because it means facing the unknown, but staying stuck in a past that no longer exists is far worse. Please be patient with yourself. You are detoxing, you are grieving, but you are also rebuilding. Try this mantra on the hard days. I am grateful for what it was, but I am way more excited for what is next. One final thought before you go. The deeper reason we struggle to let go isn't just because we miss them. It is often because we are terrified that what we had with them was the peak. We hold on tight because a part of us believes that was it. That was my shot at love and I missed it. I will never find that feeling again. That is what psychologists call a scarcity mindset. You are acting as if love is a limited resource and you just spent your last coin. I want you to challenge that thought. The love you felt didn't come from them. It came from you. They were just the person who triggered it. The capacity to love that deeply, to care that much, to be that devoted that resides in your heart, not in their pocket. If you could love the wrong person that much, imagine how much you will love the right one. By letting go, you aren't walking into an empty void. You are creating space. You are emptying your hands so that you can actually catch what is coming next. You cannot receive anything new if you are still gripping tightly to what is gone. Trust your future. It has so much more in store for you than your past ever did. This journey is not easy, and you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to keep moving forward one small step at a time. I want to hear from you down below. To help each other out with step 2, comment one thing on your reality checklist that reminds you why it's good the relationship ended. If this resonates with you and you are ready to start choosing yourself again, please subscribe to the channel. Let's support each other in the comments. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Hang in there, you've got this.